Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Diamond. I post about books. If you're not new, welcome back to today's craziness. Today we have a lot to do today, a lot to film, a lot is going on. We have wrap up, we have TBR for April, we have Notion and journal, and then we also have books that I did just buy so we can put those into Notion. So there is a lot to do today, so let's just get started. First, I would just like to say in March, I read like a lot. And like, it was so weird, but like I did read a lot. Like, look. Like, hello? I don't normally read this much. Can we get a round of applause, please? I normally read like 1 or 2 books. Guess how many I read this month? I read 6 books. 6. It's crazy. It's so crazy. Anyways, we are going to get started with it. I have written them all down because I noticed when I wrote them down last time, I felt like I did a lot better explaining the books. So I wrote them down after I finished them. So y'all will get like a full, actually good detailed list. We are going to start off with the reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. Oh, the reappearance of Rachel Price is about a girl named Rachel whose mom disappeared when she was like little. I think she was like 2. Everyone assumed that Rachel, her mom, was dead, and so like it was like this whole big thing, this whole big mystery. Like nobody could find out where she went. Nobody knew where she was. It was like this whole mystery that was like went unsolved. So they decided to film like this little like murder mystery, you know, news thing, news report. I forgot what it's called. Documentary? Basically a documentary about Rachel and how she disappeared and where does everyone think she is and all that stuff. Somehow, I don't know, where 14 years later, Rachel shows up just like out of the blue. She's just there, appears, and it like goes crazy, especially since they were filming the documentary. It went crazier, I guess you could say, if that makes sense. Now Rachel has to figure out how to work the whole entire, like, since there's media, since they were filming a documentary, she has to figure out how to work the whole entire media part of it. Belle has to figure out why her mom's here all of a sudden, what happened to her mom, where she go, what happened, and all this stuff. And yeah, that's basically the whole book. There was lots of family drama, lots and lots of family drama, but it was really good. I forgot what I gave it. I'll put it down here. My personal thoughts on it were, I liked it. It was very fast paced. I think y'all saw me read it in the 24-hour readathon, so if you haven't watched that, go watch it. But it was really good. It got me on my toes. I was honestly like trying to guess what happened every time. It also gave me a panic attack like multiple times. So I think that's good. I think that means that it's a good mystery. I don't know if that means that it's a good mystery or not, but I personally loved the book. I thought it was very good. I normally love Holly Jackson's writing anyways to begin with. I love A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, so I really love this book. I need to read more of her work. I love her writing too. It is so good. I loved Belle. I loved the plot twist. Did not see those coming at all. I was shooketh. I was shooked. What's another word for shooked? Shocketh. That's a word. I just made it up, I think. Anyways, this is good. This is great. This is beautiful. If you haven't read it, 100% recommend going to read it if you want a good mystery. The next one I read is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Yes, I know. I finally read it. I finally did it. And by read it, do I mean that I have like, I think 25 more pages left? Yes, but the fact is that I basically read it and I will read the 25 pages after we do this video. It will get read, I promise. So I basically finished it. I know what's gonna happen. All that good stuff. Okay, so The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo is clearly about Evelyn Hugo. Think Marilyn Monroe from like the 50s. Or I don't even know if she was in the 50s. Was she even in the 50s? I think she was more so like the 60s, 70s. I don't know, I'm too young. Anyways, it describes the story of how she came up and how she became this famous actress, all the struggles that she had to go through, what it was like to be a woman in the 50s, also what it was like to be a woman in the LGBTQ at that time. It was very difficult. Nobody really talked about it, and it was 100% frowned upon. Basically, Evelyn Hugo has told nobody her life story, has kept it a secret this whole entire time. All of a sudden, Monique shows up and Evelyn's just like, yes, I want you to write a biography about my life and I want you to sell it for millions of dollars. And mind you, Evelyn does not tell interviewers anything. She doesn't talk to people anymore. She has completely done like Where's Waldo, if you know what I'm saying. Like, she's completely off the face of the earth, and all of a sudden she wants to have an interview and have this whole entire book published. So basically this is like the book of it published. Like, you're reading the biography of The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Evelyn talks about like all her 7 marriages and how each one changed, and real love story, the one that she didn't really get to fully fulfill because of the time and decade that they lived in, and how complicated her life was behind the scenes and everything. It was a great story. If you want a good cry, literally go pick it up. Also, I love Taylor Jenkins like writing. I need to read more of her books. Literally, she ate down. Writing was delicious. Book was delicious. I cried a good like 3 to 4 times. I also read this on the 24-hour readathon, so you should go watch that if you have not. This is good. It was so good. I annotated like a boss. I annotated like a G. Like, it was so good. I have no bad thoughts. Actually, I do have some bad thoughts, but I can't really say anything because it would spoil the book. But I personally loved it. I think it shows what it was like literally what it was like to be a woman in the 50s, and how we women weren't as we didn't have it as easy as men. Like say a man wanted to go act in a movie, he could literally just go act in one. No, a woman had to like show that she was worthy of it and all these other things that like men didn't have to do, and Evelyn did them. She did the unthinkable and she did it all because she wanted it. And that's what I love. I love that she wanted something so bad that she did what she had to do to get to the top, and I love that for her. I think it's really good. I think you should go read it. It was super good. I'm very proud that I have read it, and I was low-key kind of sad that I kept putting it off for so long, but totally 100% worth the read. 100%. I think everyone should read this. I actually don't understand the hate on this book either. Everyone hates on it on TikTok. I actually love this book. What's going on? Why are we doing that? Tell me why we're hating, please. I need to know. Anyways, next we have Lights Out by Navasa. Now if I say your name wrong, I'm very sorry. I can't read. Ironically. Navisa Allen. Navasa. Mrs. Allen. Anyway, she wrote this dark romance book. Literally, it is so hilarious. It is so funny. It is like, you need to go read it. Be careful though, because it does have spice. Lots of spice. Okay, Allie is this nurse who is on TikTok scrolling one day on her job and finds this masked man. It has to do with masked men, be warned. And she's scrolling on TikTok and she finds this hot guy, and basically she is commenting all these funny comments and like, this is literally my husband, lol, la la la, blah blah blah. Okay, so forth, so on. Okay, Josh sees this and Josh is just like, you're pretty, you're funny, I'm taking you with me. It's quite literally what happened. So he literally stalks Allie, but not in the Haunting Adeline way. Okay, Haunting Adeline was a little concerning when it came to the stalking. This was consent. Haunting Adeline was no consent. This was consent. There, to an extent. She didn't know about it at first, and then when she did find out, she was like, oh, okay, whatever. He breaks into her house one day and decides to literally act out a TikTok scene from one of his TikToks, and he films it in her house, and then he posts it, and she sees it, and she's like, wait, is that my house in the background? And then all of a sudden he follows her on TikTok, and they become like, basically like, everyone assumes that they're dating, but no one knows if they're dating, no one knows if it's real or not. Anyways, she then baits Josh into coming over to the house, and it just like goes from there. I would say very good. Oh, my camera's about to die. Hold up. Okay, like I was saying before, my camera almost died. Then he decides one day that instead of going into her house, breaking into her house to film a TikTok, he decides he's going to pick her up and drive her back home from the hospital. So he literally does that, and she ends up stabbing him on accident. It was on accident, but it was funny. But it was on accident. Okay, it wasn't actually like intended. Okay. Anyways, their love story kind of just goes from there, and it gets like crazy twisted. There was stuff that I didn't even think was going to happen, and I was like, kind of like, where'd this come from? Yeah. Anyways, I think it was a very funny dark romance. I personally liked it. My mom has read it. She also liked it. I think she gave it 4 stars. I think I also gave it 4 stars. Very good, very good, very great, very scrumdiddly yum yum. I ate this book up. I was reading this everywhere. When I tell you, I don't normally take books with me when I go somewhere. Ironically, I normally just bring my Kindle or like my phone to read. No, this book went with me everywhere. Okay, the next one is a book that I recently read, and it is my first reading vlog that is coming out soon. So if you want to go watch it, make sure you subscribe to stay tuned for all of that. I have read Corrupt. Now, this is the first book of the Devil's Night series. I love this book. I think if you want to get into dark romance, but you don't want anything too dark and too heavy at the moment, this is delicious. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you what I have written down. Hold on. Okay, so it's about a girl named Erica. Everybody just calls her Rika. Why? Don't know, but it's her nickname. Okay, moving on. She is obsessed with her boyfriend's brother, Michael. Okay, she's dating Trevor. She doesn't want Trevor. She wants Michael. Okay, so he is dark, mysterious, doesn't really say anything, basically morally gray, but to the point where I'm pretty sure you need a therapist to talk about your issues because you're not talking to me. So who are you gonna talk to? Years ago, something went down on Devil's Night. Devil's Night is basically Halloween. A bunch of high school guys get together and basically just go torment the whole entire town, if that makes sense. But nobody gets in trouble because their parents are all rich. Basically, like actually what happens, okay? They decide to take Erica with them on Devil's Night. Shows like what it's like to be one of the horsemen. Has all this fun. Then like they wake up the next day and they're all going to jail except for Michael and Erica. Erica's not in jail. Michael's not in jail. Damon, Will, and Kai all have to go to prison because video footage got leaked that they were doing all this stuff, and they just assumed that it was Erica because they've been doing this forever and nobody's ever snitched, and all of a sudden they invite someone, they all get to go to jail. You see what I'm saying? They all kind of see that it was Erica that was the issue, so now they're all blaming Erica. And once they get out, they decide that they are going to literally go for full-on revenge mode, full-on like, we're going to make her pay for putting us in prison for 3 years for stuff that she also did but didn't get caught doing because she wasn't in the recording. Very lighthearted dark romance, but I think like everyone everyone should go read this, especially if you want to get into dark romance but you don't want to start off with like Haunting Adeline or like very dark ones like Legacy of Gods, or like those are the books that are coming off the top of my head. But if you want like a good, easy, fluffy dark romance, I think this is a good one to start off with. Anyways, my personal opinions about the book. I loved Rika. Michael, he's okay. Damon, I'm literally terrified of him, but no, not even a but. I'm just terrified of him, like in general, like just terrified, okay? Then we have Will, low-key rocking with Will, and I love Kai. I love Kai. I think Kai's in the next book, which I will probably do a reading vlog if y'all want me to. Sorry if my nose is stuffy also. I don't know what's going on. Don't know, it's out of nowhere. It's randomly got stuffy. Hello, am I sick? Anyways, it does have the miscommunication trope, so I thought I would warn you about this. There is miscommunication. Anyways, I really just think that you should go read this. I'm not really rocking with Michael as much as I was, but I do think he needs to be talked about more than Damon does need to be talked about, because all of a sudden everybody loves Damon and I'm just like, did we not read the first book? Did we not read the first one? Did we not see how he acted? What do you mean? His character arc has to be so much of like development for me to be like, oh yeah, okay, I see it. But I think Michael should be talked about more. I think he's like, towards the end of the book he was sweet and he was nice, but I think Erica forgave everybody a lot too quickly, and that's girl, like what? Anyways, I forgot what I rated it. I think I rated it 4.5. Next, I read Happy Place by Emily Henry. I have been also putting this book off for so long, but I don't really know why. I think because when I first read it, I actually got halfway through it and then I just stopped reading. I don't know why I did that. I should have just finished the book. I still have like, I think a chapter. I think one chapter left before it's over, but it will get read today. So I'm putting it in the video because I did read it in March. We still have a week left of this month. It's about a couple, Harriet and Wynn, who broke up months ago and haven't told their close friends. Every year the group of friends takes a trip down to Maine and they all spend time there. And they both show up pretending that they're still together because they don't want to break up the friend group, because they feel like if say, hey, we were gonna get married and then, you know, we're not gonna get married, it would ruin the friend group. And rightfully so, I feel like it would have. I don't think it would have ruined the friend group. I think it would have just caused like a little like a what? And then Harriet and Wynn would have been awkward with each other. But they decided, no, we're not going to do that. We are going to fake date and we are going to show that we are still together. But while they're faking it, old feelings start to creep back in. They realize that a lot as to why they broke up and what caused the breakup and what they can do to fix said breakup. So they find the relationship and they find love again and all of this stuff. And it was very cute, very sweet. I think I give it 3 stars. Well, I'm about to give it 3 stars because I haven't, but I personally liked it. It's not one of my favorite books. I don't understand really the hype of Happy Place. I don't get it. I think it was good. I think it was like a good read. Now, do I think it's like, oh my gosh, I need to go tell my mother about this book? Definitely not. I love Emily Henry's writing. She has a unique way of writing and putting her words out, and like the storytelling of how she writes is so beautiful. I've never seen anybody like write like that. It's actually quite like chef's kiss. Like I want to go read more of her books because I feel like I would like them. I just personally did not care for the second chance romance, I guess you could say, or like the fake dating aspect of this. I don't know. I did like Wynn though. I loved Wynn. I love their friend group. Literally the best friend group ever. Okay, last but not least, I don't have the physical copy of this book. Sweetest Oblivion by Daniel Laurie. It is a mafia romance. I wanted a good mafia romance and I literally saw one paragraph on TikTok and it hooked me to go read the book on Kindle. But a girl named Elena, and she is like the perfect daughter of the family, of the mafia family. She is supposed to be sweet, totally off limits. Well, she is totally off limits to this notorious big mafia guy named Nicholas, but everybody calls him Nico. Nico is like this very crazy, dangerous like mafia man. His nickname's Ace because allegedly he killed someone with an ace card. I don't know. That's just what the rumor is, okay? It's what I've heard through the grapevine. Nicholas is cold and ruthless and is actually engaged to Elena's sister. But something happens with the engagement. They can't go through with this, so then he's talking to the dad. He's like, you lied to me about her sister, so now I'm going to take Elena. And the dad's like, what the poop? I know you wanted Elena from the beginning. I told you no, you can't just take her. And Elena's just like, what the poop is actually happening? You're supposed to be to my sister. And the sister in the background just like da 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 da. Just like, she does not care, does not give a flying poop about what's going on. She just wants what she wants. And I'm low-key rocking with her for that. I applaud her for sticking her ground. Anyways, you know, like the trope, he's like dangerous and like morally gray and grumpy, but he's like a sunshine and loves her and is very soft with her. Basically that trope in this book. He does not like anybody until he meets Elaine, and then he's like the almost like the sweetest person to ever exist. And it's kind of like, we did a full 180 with your mood. What's going on right now? My personal thoughts and opinions on the book. There is miscommunication. Thought I would warn you. Miscommunication trope, mafia trope, who did this to trope, touch her and you die trope. There's a lot of different tropes in there. It was a very good mix of all the tropes, I think. I did not care for the miscommunication. Hello? English? I did not care for the miscommunication part with the tropes, but all the other ones were good. I did like it. And I liked how much of a girl boss she was. She was the girl boss the whole entire time. And he was kind of just there for the ride. And I loved how she walked him like a dog in a sense. And I'm just like, period, queen. Anyways, those are the 6 books that I read in the month of March. We are going to sit down and pick out the books that I will read in the month of April. Okay, first of all, just look how messy my bookshelves are. I think this calls for a redo of the bookshelves. What do y'all think? Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all think we should do a bookshelf retour. Anyways, I'm going to pick out the books. I think this one. Okay, we'll put that one right here. I think, oh, there's one over here. I think this one. And let's do 2 more, I think. Should we do some over here? Or should we do this one? That one seems really thick. I'm scared. Let's do this one. And I think one more. We're gonna go up here. We're gonna go up here. I say this one. Okay, so these are the 4 books that I will be reading. Let's sit and unwrap them. Okie. Okay, so the first book, I'm really nervous about this actually. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The first book is better than the movies. I have read some of this book and I did not care for the main lead character, but I guess this calls for me to reread it and sit down and actually be like, okay, maybe she's not that bad. But when I tell you I only made it to page, let's see, 55 before I gave up and was like, no, I can't do it. So, first book to read in April, better than the movies. Okay, second book. This one's also very thick. I'm kind of scared. I try not to grab like thick ones. I'm scared of thick books. They terrify me. Oh my god. Okay, next we have 5 Brothers by Penelope Douglas. I also started reading a few pages of this, I think. And I don't really know why I stopped reading. I think because, I don't know why I stopped reading, actually. I don't remember why. Anyways, kind of nervous for this one. I've heard very mixed reviews and opinions on the 5 Brothers. Okay, yep. Anyways, next book. Oh my gosh, I've been meaning to read this book for a while, so I'm kind of glad that I did get this book. How to Make Friends with the Dark by Kathleen Glasgow? I said your name wrong, I'm sorry. Period. I need to read this. I need to finish the series, so I'm very glad that I did pick this one up. I'm just not ready to cry because all her books have made me cry like uncontrollably hard, where I'm just sobbing my eyes out. And my mom's just like, Diamond, you need to calm down. And like, it's like full on, like blown on tears, blown on snot. It's like disgusting, actually. Should not be sharing this information with you. But that's how good her books are. They make me cry that good. So I'm low-key ready, but not ready. Mentally not ready. But I'm super excited that I did get this book. Okay, last book to read, or on the TBR. I read a lot of books this month and I was super happy that I did read a lot of books. I felt very accomplished. Oh my goodness. Next we have Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. I know that this is a lot of people's favorite. I'm so scared to read this because I've heard, again, lots of mixed reviews on it. Amina has said that this was like the worst book that she has read in 2025. But I just heard like a lots of mixed reviews on it, so I'm kind of scared but low-key kind of ready because it is on my like 25 books to read for 2025. So I'm actually kind of proud of this one. These are the 4 books that we will be reading in April. Anyways, let's move on to the notion part of the video so that we can do the journal part of the video. Hello! All those books, let's go through our reading stuff. 13 books actually. That's a slay with my books. Okay, next we are going to go through, oh my gosh, we read Happy Place. Woo! That is 1 book marked off of the books of 2025. I'm so happy. I don't think there's any other ones on here. Okay, that's it. Literally that's it. Okay, next let's go to, I think March is TBR. Let's mark off 7 Husbands, boom, and Happy Place. We did good this month. Actually, the TBR. The TBR, first of all, was already ambitious with 5 books, normally when I read like 2. Then we took out 3 of the 5, literally 8 down. So we only did not read If Only I Told Her and The Brothers Hawthorne. And I don't even know if I'm gonna really read The Brothers Hawthorne because I got 20 pages into it and I was like, this isn't so incredibly boring. And there's no audiobook version, so I can't just listen to it like it's music. Anyway, we are going to put the TBR in for April. Okay, literally can't spell worth a pooper nugget. I also want to say my mom has read more books than me this year. And literally it's because of audiobooks. I think she's read like almost like 15 books this year. And she's just been putting on her headphones and listening and reading while she cooks and stuff. And she is literally such a girl boss. I literally love my mommy. But I just think it's so cool that like she's reading more than me. I'm so happy. But that just means that I also need to get on the audiobook ban. Audiobook train? Is that what we're calling it? I don't know. Anyways, I need to get on that because girl, she is flying through books and it's just like period, mom, period. Anyways, I put the 4 books in, so let's go and do the rest of all of this stuff. I literally just realized I was going over to the series tracker to see like if I like finished a lot of my series. First of all, no. You know what I did? I added a good 3 more series onto my series. So first we have Into the Darkness. That is the Lights Out series. I didn't know there was going to be, well, I did in a sense, but like I didn't know in a sense. There was only 2 books in the series. Okay, so Caught Up comes out sometime this year, I think. So that is a slay. Up. I was trying to go through the series tracker because I was like, no, I've done some series. Okay, we have another series called the Maid series, and there is like 4 different books in this one, I know. Okay, that is the last book. She even said it was the last book. Okay. Maybe I should do a reading vlog of me just reading these? Question mark, question mark. If you have made it this far in the video, please, please, please like and subscribe and comment. Comment your favorite read in the month of March. If you've read any, if you didn't read any, what has been your favorite read so far in the 2025? That is another series. So we've added 2 series so far. We're about to add 3 for the Devil's Night series. And then I think that's it. So we added 3 new series onto the series tracker. Period. Period. And we didn't finish any of the other ones that we had. Yes. So now I'm sitting at a whopping 23 books that I'm in the middle of. Yes, queen. As for the physical TBR, we did get 3 of them gone. Then on top of it, we have added some more books. Hey y'all, it's been like a good minute and I have some pizzaronis. What are these called actually? I mean pizza rolls. Ari calls them pizzaronis, so that's how I have it in my head. Anyways, we are about to do the book journal part of said video. I'm about to do all the bookish, find all the pictures that I want to do and stuff. Let me go get the book journal. I literally didn't get the journal part. Okay, book journal. I think the last page I did was the March wrap-up page. So we need to fill this out, put this stuff in there, make a book page for March. What books did we read in March that I want to like make a page for? Oh, I could do the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I really like that book. Okay, I think we're gonna do 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and then we'll do April TBR, wrap up, and then a book page right here. I think that's what we're gonna do. Anyways, let's go find some pictures and get this going. Okay, so I have the pages for Evelyn picked out, and then I have the stuff for the wrap-up already picked out, so I'm gonna do the wrap-up first. I want to get this done before my sister gets home. She does her homework at the table.
And she also wants to play Dress and Press.
She also wants to play Dress Turn Press. Haven't played in like a couple days, and I promised her I'd play today. So I have at least a good hour or 2 before she gets here. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that I can get this done so then I can play the Dress to Impress with her. And then I can film some other stuff for today. But that is the plan, and let's go. Okay, so this is the end of the video, but I wanted to show y'all my Evelyn Hugo page. Like, literally, look how cute. Hold on. Like, I literally slayed and ate down. Look how adorable. I think this one's one of my favorites. Besides Percy Jackson. Percy Jackson one was also one of my favorites. Anyways, this is the end of the video. If you watched fully all the way through, let me know your thoughts. What books do you plan on reading in April? All that good stuff. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and mwah!